just use the mic.
And I think we'll all do it together. Maya, you and Stephen are doing Shema and V'ahavta. Cool. Great. We've got the juice. Just getting some more prizes. Good enough. Yes. All right. I think we are ready to roll. We are streaming. We don't have a candle. I think he's having a great t-shirt. What? Oh, nice.
He's one of them. And actually, Joel.
Great.
Joel is also the human teacher.
You want to just ask them real quickly if maybe they can do them together?
Yeah.
Like with the candles?
Sure.
Sweet. All right. Well, hi everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We are so glad to see you on this lovely Erev Shabbat. How exciting is it that it finally rained, right? Yes. Usually we wait to pray for rain until Sukkot is over, but it was very nice to see that on this lovely Friday afternoon. Anyway, as Rabbi is making the rounds there, figuring out honors, we're going to join together in singing Hine ma tovu manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is that we can dwell together, that we can be together, that we can pray together, that we can celebrate together. We can welcome our 7th graders, some of whom are leading us this evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's join together in singing Hine ma tov.
Hine ma tovu manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yad. Hine ma tov, Shevet Achim Gam Yad. Hine ma tov, Shevet Achim Gam Yad.
Hine ma tovu manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hine ma tovu manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Well, we're going to keep singing our way through the beginning of the service. You'll see we have this beautiful prayer, Shalom Aleichem. And one of the concepts that we have in the mystical part of Judaism is that there is a second soul that comes to join us on Shabbat. And that soul stays with us. We invite that soul in. We ask that soul to bless us. At the end of Shabbat, we say, see you later, second soul. This has been great. And the idea is that we have, there is an extra piece of us on Shabbat. And that we have an extra little bit of comfort, maybe an extra little bit of compassion, maybe an extra little bit of love on Shabbat. That we can just be a little bit better than we are during the rest of the week. So Shalom Aleichem, you can find the words beginning here on this slide. I believe it's also on page 20 in your Siddur if you want to look there. And if I'm wrong about that, it's on one of the pages near page 20. But let's join together in Shalom Aleichem. 20 might actually be L'chadodi. Anyway, okay, all right, sorry. Just use the screen. Okay. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Shuvchem L'Shalom. Shuvchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Thank you for resolving that chord. We are going to turn to page 2 in your prayer book, or up here on the screen, as we light our Shabbat candles. And lighting our Shabbat candles are some of our teachers, Joel and Maddie, two of our 6th grade? 7th grade?
Both
6th and 7th teachers. And you can find the prayer right here on the screen.
Asher Kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We're going to keep the lights low for a moment. And let's just take an opportunity just to take a deep breath before we move into the next part of our service where we welcome you and celebrate. Let's encourage everyone just to take a deep breath and to welcome in a little bit of calm on this Shabbat. And maybe the beauty of the light of these candles can dance in our hearts and just enliven us just a little bit. So we want to welcome you on this lovely Shabbat, and I know that we have at least one person here who is looking forward to this moment. We are going to invite anyone who has a September birthday. Izzy, come on up. Who else has a September birthday? And Jonah. All right, so when are your guys' birthdays? 17th and 25th. Okay. All right, so guys, we're gonna sing to these guys together. Anybody else have a September birthday? We're gonna sing first in Hebrew and then, okay, Andy, when's your birthday? Oh, you're waving, okay, that's nice. Nice, okay, all right, fair enough. We could celebrate a birthday though for you. Anybody else? We got everyone, all right, let's join together in singing Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet
Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach,
Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Nice. Our prize band has gotten a little lackluster, but we'll get you guys in October. Great. So we're gonna join together in welcoming Shabbat, welcoming the joy that we have in our lives with Lachado D, page 20. That's the one on page 20, or on the screen here in front of us.
Lecha dodi, likrat kala, Penei Shabbat, nekabla. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, Penei Shabbat. Nekabla, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorah. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorah. Shabbat Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabla.
Well, we have a smattering of our 7th graders here, and I'm going to invite all the 7th graders who are here right now, if you guys could come on up to the bima to help lead us in Am I Awake and the Baruch Hu. All right. We have 4. Each of you represents 3 to 4 other students, so it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. Just kidding, not at all. We'll invite everyone, if you're able, to please rise, and we're going to join together and sing Am I Awake and the Baruch Hu. Do you guys remember the hand symbol? If you don't know it,
Am I awake?
Am I prepared? Are you listening
To my prayer,
Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. You all look so comfortable. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Terrific. And then Maya and Stephen, I think you guys can stay up here and lead us in Shema. The rest of you guys can go in back and sit down. Great. Come on over here. And let's join together in Shema. Oh, but you can do it on page 116 or 114. You've got it in there. There you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אלוהים מצווה היום על לבבך ושמעת בלעדיך ודיברת בם ושמתך וביתך ולך לדרך ושוכבך ובניך וקשרת מאוד על ידיך והיו טפות בעיניך וטפתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Thank you, Maya and Stephen. We are going to continue with introducing Mi Chamocha, our prayer of freedom, in which our Israelite ancestors were so grateful that God freed them from slavery in Egypt. So we want to ask you, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for on this Shabbat? So give that a thought, and we will come around, and we would love to hear your thoughts. What are you thankful for this Shabbat?
And I'd like to not hear any fast food restaurants.
I'm thankful for my family and friends and all the food I love. Candy.
In-N-Out Burger.
Candy and fun. Chips.
My grandfather.
I'm thankful for my friend Caitlin. I'm thankful for my friend Sammy.
Very sweet.
My family who is here with me.
Jonah. Jade. God. I miss my cousin's bar mitzvah.
My mom, my dad, my sisters, and food.
My sister Izzy.
That's very special. Love it. Anybody else? Oh.
My new nephew, Ethan.
Mazel tov.
Your Uncle Michael and Aunt Rabbi. Yes. Yes. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm thankful for my family.
Awesome.
I'm thankful for my parents.
So nice.
Anyone else? Well, we have so many things to be grateful for, and maybe even more things that we can think about, but regardless, we will continue in singing with our prayer for freedom, Mi Chamocha.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Hi la la la. Let's do that again. Lie lie, everyone. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 מי כמוך בעדים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני זה הביאנו ואמרו, זה הביאנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Back to lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
We'll continue in singing with the Vishamru. We're calling the famous phrase from Ahad Ha'am, just as the Jews have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has also kept the Jewish people. Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. Everybody, boom, 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 boom. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. Last time. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
We're going to once again invite our B'nai Mitzvah class to join us up here on the Bima as we begin the Amidah, our standing prayers, and we also ask you, if you are able, to please rise.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu
Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Limei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magin, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav V'Hoshia, Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rachim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Yevurot, Umidom Elah, Melech Menit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Ne'eman Atal Chayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kedoshim B'Chol Yom Halu Chasela, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated, as well as 7th graders, you may be seated too. Thank you so much. And we'll continue with a few moments of silent or silent-ish prayer using the words on our prayer in our prayer books, pages 54 to 60, or whatever words may be in your heart this evening.
Shalom bimroma, Uyase shalom aleinu, Be'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom. Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Yisrael.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I have just a very brief story for you this evening, but I would like everyone, if you are able to please affix your Torah seatbelts. You're going to need those, guys, and your Torah helmets, and any other Torah protective gear you may have in your imagination. So the story that I have for you today is actually a story not that takes place a long time ago, but rather a story that takes place in the present-ish day. And I would like to tell you about a brother and a sister who always loved to fight. And just just for fun, we'll call his brother and sister Sammy and Jake. And the brother and sister, no, we'll give them different names. We'll call them Anya and Shlomo. So Anya and Shlomo had a lovely relationship. They were each other's best friends, but they did like to fight a lot. Now, any of you guys who are siblings or have kids who have siblings know that sometimes kids fight. But this was getting to a point where it was a little abnormal. There was so much fighting. They would not only yell at each other, but they would kick, punch, pinch, scratch, all of these things that parents don't really like to see. Well, Anya and Shlomo's parents decided they would do something about this. So they took them to their school. They were in 4th grade and 6th grade, and they took them to their school, and they went to the principal and said, "Principal, can you please talk some sense into our children? Can you please stop them from fighting so much?" So the principal looked around and she said, "You know what, I have an idea. Why don't you guys go home, get a little point system, and if you can be really kind to each other for a number of days or weeks, you'll get some points and you can earn a great prize either from the school or from your parents." And Shlomo and Anya thought, all right, that's a pretty good idea. And they went home, they developed their point system, and guess what? The next day, things were excellent. They were kind to each other, they listened to each other. It was working out terrifically. But then the next day, there was, as we say, a bit of a backslide. And the fighting started again, and the cursing each other out, and the slapping, and all that stuff that siblings do. Not ever in our house, but in other houses. So they decided, their parents, to go to another route. So they took them to their pediatrician. And the pediatrician said, I've got a number of ideas for you. We could medicate, but I'm thinking something different for now. I'm thinking maybe what you could do is try some meditation. When you get really angry, try taking a deep breath, counting to 10, and see if you can, maybe knock some of that steam out when that happens. So they tried that, they went home, and they said, yes, this is much better. And this time it lasted 3 whole days. They were better to each other with these tools. But again, as you can imagine, fighting. So they decided to go to the free place, and they went to see the rabbi. So they went over, and they came to the temple, and they came to see the wise Rabbi Lynette. And they knocked on the door of her office. Will you guys help me with some sound effects? And she opened the creaky door. And she said, "Oh, hello, Not Barlev family. Nice to see you. Anya, Shlomo, what's going on?" And they told the rabbi everything. The parents said everything that was happening. They recounted the entire, every trick they've tried, every method. And they said, "We're kind of at our wits' end, Rabbi. What should we do?" And she thought of something. She said, "Hold on, I've got something that I think can really fix this whole thing." And she did not pull out any kind of weapon, but she did pull out this thing. And she said, "I have an idea. This is going to be really helpful to you." And everybody looked at her and they're like, "She's a little crazy." But then they thought, okay, let's hear her out. So she said, "I want you to do something." She said, "Will you guys say Tikiyah?" And they said, "Yes." And will you guys say Tikiyah? Say Tikiyah. So she blew the shofar. That's what this thing is called, the shofar. Oh, there's another shofar. We'll get you in a moment, Penny. So she blew the shofar, and all of a sudden, the room was just silent. And she said, "I'm going to blow the shofar one more time, and I want you to listen to that sound of the shofar." So again, say Tikiyah. We gotta say Tikiyah. And she said to them, when you hear the sound of the shofar, it's not just a jarring sound. It is jarring, but it's supposed to be a wake-up call to remind us that we have a responsibility to be the best version of ourselves we can be. And when you hear that shofar, that's when we have to remember to wake up. Really what the shofar also is, it is the sound of hope for our people. When we hear that shofar blow, that is this hopeful idea that we can be a little bit better, that we could maybe be a little bit kinder, that we could maybe embrace our values in a way that maybe has fallen off throughout the course of the year. So when we hear the shofar, and just like when Anya and Shlomo heard the shofar, they remembered that they could actually change. And that's what the shofar tells us, is that we can actually change. Now, Anya and Shlomo went home that night, and their parents brought a mini shofar with them. Here it is now. And as they were starting to act kind of negatively again, they sounded the mini shofar. You got this. You got this, Penny. You got this. Yes. The sound of the mini shofar. That's great. That is a hard one to blow, because it's, the small ones are harder. You want to try one more time? You got it. So every time they would misbehave, their parents would be in their faces with a shofar, blowing the shofar so many times that not only did it annoy them so much that they shaked up, but also they actually were able to find a little bit of change and to be a little bit better. So we're in the month called Elul, the month that precedes the High Holy Days, where we're supposed to hear the shofar, the call of the shofar every single day. We heard it tonight, and it's supposed to remind us that we have to start working on being that version of ourselves that we aspire to be at the holiday time. We have to start creeping towards that version, even if it'll take us a while to get there. So let's hear the shofar one more time. Everyone say, Tekiah! The end. Yes. Speaking of good people, we are going to, people who can remind us to be better versions of ourselves, we're going to invite our 7th graders to come back up and to do, we just have one blessing for you. You don't have to do anything other than stand here. Here, why don't you guys, we're going to stand here, and you guys can take a step back. Here you go. Do we lose Stephen? That's fair. Okay. All right. Well, we will think about him. He is here in spirit. And we're going to invite everyone to please rise so we can open the ark here.
Seventh graders, you are about to embark on this B'nai Mitzvah year together. Let's think back to all your years here at TBS and the number of times you've been on this bima, maybe going all the way back to consecration or first grade, a long time. In many ways, your years of Jewish learning have been leading up to this year, but it's also a beginning. Okay. We sometimes talk about B'nai Mitzvah as something you have, but it's more than the service, more than the prayers and Torah that you'll chant. A bar, bat, or B'nai Mitzvah is something you become. This is the first step in claiming your Jewish identity for your own. It's creating a community among the fellow students in your class. It is a milestone you share with each other and your families. And it is an event in our TBS community that recognizes you as emerging adults and leaders. We are inspired to see you standing here before us, knowing how incredible this year is going to be for each of you. So with that in mind, we're going to offer you this blessing on behalf of the whole community.
May your tutoring sessions always be challenging and fun.
May you find meaning and inspiration in your learning. May you ask many questions that lead to some answers, but mostly more questions.
May your highlighters never run out. May your notes always be legible, and may you never lose the voice recordings that we will record onto your phone.
May each of you help each other feel included as one B'nai Mitzvah class.
May you feel confident and prepared and ready before your big day, and if not, we've got your back and we'll make it great. And don't forget to set your alarm the night before.
feel a greater sense of your Jewish identity and connection to your heritage, your family, and your community.
May you not worry too much about making mistakes on the bima. Everyone makes mistakes on the bima, and it doesn't matter. The process is what's important.
May you have an awesome celebration surrounded by people you love.
May you get tons of fun swag from your friends' celebrations that you definitely won't throw away as soon as you get home.
May you always feel a connection to TBS and this community.
May everything you learn give you the tools to confidently walk into any synagogue anywhere in the world and feel like you are a part of the Jewish community.
And may this be your first Aliyah at the Torah, but may it be very far from your last. And we can say together, Amen. We're going to pause here and invite any families, 7th grade family members, to come on up and also join us at the Bima. This is, of course, a milestone for your kids, but also a milestone for you as families as well.
Everyone but Asher.
So to our B'nai Mitzvah and their families, may you be filled with pride and joy seeing your student become B'nai Mitzvah and being surrounded by family and loved ones.
May time slow down during your family's important weekend, and may you enjoy every single moment of being together.
May you all have an unforgettable Simcha year as our community and, of course, all of your families and loved ones surround you with joy. Amen.
We're going to join together and sing Mishahakian. Thank you guys for this moment. We'll sing it again as you become B'nai Mitzvah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh.
You all may be seated as well. With this fullness of love in our hearts for our B'nai Mitzvah students and these amazing simchas, and for all of us just being here together, this beautiful full sanctuary full of so much laughter and dancing and running around. It's so beautiful to witness. We'll take that love and we'll also send it outwards towards all of those who may be in need of healing of body, of mind, and of spirit. We're especially sending our love to Israel, to the families of the hostages, and to Appalachia, Georgia this evening. And there are many in our community who are also in need of healing. We're especially thinking of Rabbi Jonathan Adler, Nancy Ashley, Lori Barr, Sarah Bates, Charlie Bauer, Marvin Blank, Margie Block, Ron Bragg, Marge Serrani, Ann Clark, Keith Clark, Bruce Cohen, Ella Dubrow, Sam Edelman. We're thinking of Carrie Ashler, Babette Feibel, Marilyn Friedman, Hannah Golan, Alan Goldberg, Yossi Golden, Carolyn Goldmark. We're thinking of Jessica Heffley, Karen Carlsberger, Beth Jasalowitz, Dan Lang, Minna Melton, Phyllis Miles, Ted Miller. We're thinking of David Paragas, Lisa Pena, Jeremy Phelan, Ian Phillips, Rashi Pristowski, Jessica Rathkopf. We're praying for Willa Rohrbaugh, Bill Rosenberg, Steve Rubenstein, Rolf Sauer, Pam Shear, Ron Solomon, Jerry Young, Ozzie Zimmer, and Shelley Zimmerman, as well as any names, those in need of healing you'd like to add at this time. For each of them and for all in need of healing, we'll sing together, Misha Berach.
Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Avotenu. Those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
We're going to begin concluding our service first with Aleinu L'Shabeach, which you can find on page 282 or on our screens. We invite you, if you are able, to please rise.
Aleinu L'Shabeach Ladon HaKol, Latekedu L'Yotzer Bereshit, Shelo Asanu Kegoyei Haratzot, Velo Samanu Kamishpachot Ha'adama, Shelo Sam Chalkinu Kahem, V'gor Aleinu Kachol Hamonam, V'anachnu Korim, Umishtachavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we love. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. As we move to Mourner's Kaddish, we first recall those in our community whom we have lost within the last 30 days as we observe Shloshim. We're remembering E. Michael Flegel, Eileen Block, Albert Spire, Rick Vesser, and Dorothy Goldstick. We're also drawing into our hearts those whom we lost this week at Appalachia High in Georgia: Ricky Aspinwall, Christina Iremi, Mason Shermerhorn, and Christian Angelo. And additionally, today is day 336 of the war in Israel, and tomorrow we recognize 11 months according to the Gregorian calendar, and we are heartbroken by the losses of the 6 hostages who were murdered by Hamas in Gaza. We mourn Hirsch Goldberg Poland, Carmel Gatt, Ori Danino, Eden Yerushalmi, Alex Lobanov, and Almog Sarusi. Zichronam livracha ulmach pecha. May their memories be for a blessing, and as Hirsch's father, John Poland, said, may their memories also be for a revolution. We also are recalling those whom we lost at this season in years past in our observing yahrzeit. We remember Ira Howard Abramovitz, Laura Agin, Saul Blank, Irene Gerson Block, Lillian Braveman, Bernard Ehrenberg, Mary Feit, Gloria Fox, Elaine Herzog, Akiva Isserlis, Fred Jenny, Ida Rich, Eva Rogovin, Lynn Rikus, Bertha Scheinholtz, Pearl Schultz, Barbara Schifrin, Fanny Singer, and June Weller. If there are any other names of memory you'd like to share at this time, you're welcome to do so. For each of them and for all those who have no one left to say Kaddish for them, we will join together on page 294. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mivarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh. V'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemeda kudasha barichu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechumata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who brings harmony on high bring peace to us, to Israel, to all the world. And let us say together, amen. You may be seated. And I'm very happy to invite up Vicki Arco for some announcements to share with us.
Good evening, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we have a jam-packed weekend at TBS, and we hope you can join us for as many of these events as possible. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., there will be Tat Shabbat, and there's going to be a fun High Holy Day theme with a craft and Shabbat service, and of course, snacks to follow. And then tomorrow evening, there is a TBS 30s and 40s night out at Seek No Further Cider Company in Granville with complimentary babysitting at TBS. And then last but certainly not least, I'm proud to share that we are having our kickoff for religious school, our Welcome Back event, and it is a new event that's going to take place at Lind Fruit Farm. So if you did not see the information, it's in your religious school newsletter, and we are excited to welcome all the kids back. So that's it.
Thank you. We are also very excited to announce that that tonight we are opening up our new youth lounge, or as we're calling it, the Yoth Lounge, and we are very thankful to the Romanoff family whose grant made it very possible to have a nice new space for our kiddos. It's going to be mostly for middle school and high school kids, but other kids are welcome there also to hang out. You'll see it's right over on the other side of where Mr. Greg and Jessica are sitting. We right over there on the other side of them is where that youth lounge is. You can go and take a look in there. And hopefully everybody here will be able to, when we go downstairs, there is a beautiful mural that was sketched out, I think by just Jessica, right? That was sketched out by Jessica that's gonna hang in the youth lounge. It says TBS Youth Lounge, and it'll be there for generations to come. So make sure you have a little part in painting a little bit of it after the service is over. So why don't we join together? Oh, and then Social Hall is where dinner and fun activities are going to be happening right after the service. But first, maybe a little bit of a closing song. And I think that I forgot to change the closing song to Am Yisrael Chai, which is what you wanted. Because I think we only have in here, I'm pretty sure we only have Ojevo Shalom.
That's fine.
Should we do Ojevo?
Okay, okay.
All right, great. Let's join together and sing Ojevo Shalom Aleinu. May there be a time when peace will be among us, all Israel, Gaza, and the entire world. And then we'll do Kiddush and Motzi.
Ojevo Shalom Aleinu, Ojevo Shalom Aleinu, Ojevo Shalom Aleinu, Be'al Kotam. Ojevo Shalom Aleinu, Ojevo Shalom Aleinu, Ojevo Shalom Aleinu, Be'al Kotam. Ojibo Shalom Aleinu, Ojibo Shalom Aleinu, Ojibo Shalom Aleinu, Be'amotam. Ojibo Shalom Aleinu, Ojibo Shalom Aleinu, Ojibo Shalom Aleinu, Be'amotam.
Let's come on down for Kiddush and Motzi Kiddush. Come on over here. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hey guys, hands out the candy. Borei peri hagafen l'chaim. And everyone, you are allowed one piece of candy per person. I already see more than that in some of your hands. Just one for now. Okay. What's that? You can have some